Right guys, good morning. Mr. G bringing you Crossout and coffee, and today we are going to try and build something with the Wyvern. So this is going to be more of a build guide, a tutorial giving you an example of how to build something with the Wyvern. This was one of the first cabs I actually got from like a miner's loot crate back in the day when you could actually earn things and keep them from miner's loot crates. Back then it didn't even have these weld points on the top. It's gotten a lot better since patch 8.2. I mean, it still gives you decent speed. So take a look. Your engine speed there is pretty good. You've got max speed and you've got power. So she's a pretty agile cab. 10 points of energy. Mass 800 kilograms. Structure 290 points. So she's a little bit lighter, but not quite as light as the Growl. So we're going to try and do like an equalizer build. We're gonna give that a go. That's been pretty popular lately. Which means we're gonna want some energy on this thing. So we're gonna need to make some room underneath the cab. Always think about how much stuff you can wedge underneath your vehicle, whether you want it to be fuel tank, fuel barrel. For this, since it's my promo account, we don't have the fuel tank. We just have the fuel barrel. So, we'll move that in a minute. Let's get the old... We're not going to do the Apollo on this one, but we're going to do gas gen. So we're going to try and keep this build in the purple here. Do some blues and some purples. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this thing does well with low profile builds. You don't want it to be too high off the ground. We're going to try something new, which I haven't used before, which is the chained wheel. Usually I go with the racing wheel. So this thing's got a structure of 160. This thing's got a structure of 100. It has a lot less structure. It's just way less tonnage too. Yeah, I don't really want to use that one. It doesn't give us enough tonnage or structure. I was thinking I'd try it. Let's take a look at studded wheels. 215, 75. So give enough mass or structure. Well, it looks like we're gonna stick with racing wheels then for now. I thought maybe chained wheels have improved. Maybe if we were going really light, but that's gonna be lighter than what we're gonna be doing. So we're going to give this a go today. We might move these around. We might add so that we've got 6 here. We're doing equalizers, so we're going to need radiators, folks. At least 2, because with the equalizer, you're not getting into full damage potential until you've been like shooting for like 10 seconds. So we're going to stick that on there, and then we're going to mostly use nomad parts here for armor and keep this thing around mid-weight here. We'll see if we can make it look pretty as well. Get some more coffee in my system here. I have a think about how we're going to armor this thing up. We want to keep it low profile, and we want to keep it from getting too heavy. So let's see what we can do. Now let's do a couple of these. Move that one. Okay. Bing bang boom. Come back to that in a minute. We need some mounts for our equalizers. We don't want them too high up either. We want them to be able to be protected a little bit below. So I'm trying to shoot for 3 on this build. If you do an equalizers, you really got to do 3 at a minimum. Otherwise, they just don't do the damage potential that they should, and you're kind of stuck. Yeah, 2 is like meh. 1, oh god, don't bother with 1 equalizer. You're gonna have a bad day. Okay, can we stick this one? Oh, it'd be cooler if we could get out a little where it was wide, go over the back tire like that. If we can get it to protect our gun a little bit. Try this. I'm not sure it's gonna work. Or I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. Can we get our guns in there? Can we stick one in there? Let's try. I'm just playing around with this. I haven't built with this cab or these parts in a while. I mean, if we put one equalizer on the top like that, it's going to get blown off so quickly. Let's see what we can do here. Another thing we can do is we can use some Fenders. The Torino bumper does a gun well, pretty well. Go away. We don't want Goodreads. No emails today. Mr. G's doing the YouTubes right now. Okay. We need to come out more, maybe. We need to go a little wider on this build, perhaps. We can go wider. We can do that. Let's hit the chassis here. Okay, let's bring this out. I may hate this, I may not. Okay. And that. Okay. I'm gonna try give us a little more stability by going a little wider and a little more room to get these guns armored up and in there. A little lower down. If we like these gun mounts, we'll do 2 of them. Alright, where is my... There it is. Torino Fender. We gotta like the look of this thing. We'll get the equalizer back in there. Alright. It's doable. It's doable. And once we get our guns in, we will take this thing for a test drive, and then we'll finish up the armoring. You know, that's always your last bit. You gotta make sure you've used all your energy, that it can shoot, and that it can drive before you finish up the whole build. Oh, can we put a 3rd one of these on top? It's gonna look ridiculous. Yes, yes it will. The only other place to put it is straight up in front, which we just might end up doing. Can we mount it to no weld points on that? Of course not. Why would there be weld points on the side of an improved radiator? Well, because it would be really handy, because then we could use it. Alright, so we're going to have to put our other radiator in the back, which is kind of a pain. Get back in there, charged radiator. We'll see how we can cover that up. We have 2 points of energy left. Another one of these wouldn't hurt. We could do a cooler, or we don't have an engine. What kind of engines do we got here? Cheetah's not gonna help. Weapon and module reload speed. I don't need that. We could try just, yeah, a light engine. Max speed plus 9%, power plus 10, plus 13, plus 12. That would really get us scooting though. It doesn't get us some speed. Even though we can't use the bonus, would like to be a little faster in this thing. And that still leaves us with 1 energy. Just so many radiators. So many radiators. Let's see if this drives okay. We'll see. Is this a steering? Yes, it is. We'll finish up the whole armoring process here. Right, she's stable. She turns. She definitely turns. Okay. Let's see how long we can shoot here. We gotta just sit. Okay, that was pretty good. It's doable. It looks like a manta ray or something, this thing. And the speed is good, and we can just almost fire these non-stop. And you can see the one on the right there is getting the damage bonus. Yeah, with this many radiators, it's just like, as long as you can hold the trigger down, basically, at this point. Wow. Okay. Let's armor this thing up. Let's get some paint on her. Let's call it a day. So we need some protection for the back of these guns. Keep the weight down. Why can't I mount that? Oh, of course. Alright. Wait. Calm your pants. Let's move it back a little bit so that we're not in the turret. In the way of the turret here. Okay, bing, bang, boom. Nope. Still too close. Well, that is just ugly. So we're not doing that. That will protect. Well, it won't protect much of anything, but does it look okay? Is it passable? Yeah, I don't know. Don't know how I feel about that. Can we use... I like using these fenders when I can because they are pretty. They are pretty cool. That might work. That might work with the weight and the look we're going for here. Bing, bang, boom. Move this around. Okay, now we're going to go with some more nomad parts. Try the wide slope on here. Use that to cover up back here. Need a few more of these pieces. Let's do this one. I gotta figure out some way to cover the back up here. I want it to be too back heavy. But we don't want our engine getting blown off instantly either. Well, that'll maybe work for the top. You look like a rocket ship. And sorry, my voice sounds awful still, guys. I'm still sick. It's winter. The winter months are hard on me. I've been in Thailand for too long, guys. Too long. Not used to the cold. Okay, that's just really ugly. We're gonna need more frame down there. Move these rear wheels. You know, we're gonna do the 4-piece. We can move. Apparently we need to go with the 6x4. Let's try that. There we go. And then we can come back a little bit on the wheel. Help with our center of gravity. Spacing a bit. Okay. Fit this in the front. It'll work. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever built. But we're gonna just have to take it. Let's put some... We get some lunatic grill chunks in there, keeping the weight down, but adding to the structure. Can we fit 2 of those? Can we fit 2 of them? Nope. So that goes... Alright, some teensy pieces here. Front and back. Powering up the mounts there. I need a little, like, tiny 2x chunk right there. Do we have something that would work? Is it gonna fit sideways? It's gonna... that might sort of work. It'll provide some protection for our gun there. Go with it. Sometimes it's... When you have the parts number, you can do little pieces, but if you're only at like 55 part limit, you're going to want to stay away from using smaller parts. I can get away with it usually on these builds. You know, I got 80 part limit here, so I'm okay. But when I first started out, that was a big deal of just using bigger parts so you get as much structure as you can per part. If you guys know what I'm talking about. There she is. Now we gotta do a front bumper on this thing. How do we want to do that? Let's try filling that gap in. Another one of those. And snow plow, probably. Small plow. Do I love it? No. It's the prettiest thing I've ever made? No. Is it gonna work? That's probably, I don't like doing Steppenwolf with all this nomad parts, so we're not doing that. Do we have enough tonnage to do 2 of these? No, that looks terrible. Does that look a little better? Give us some armor on the front. It's in the doable range. We forgot, I'm always forgetting, radio or radar. Especially patch 8.2. You're going to want at least a radio because they've made it so that you, they've nerfed the detection range of cabs without anything to help them out. So, we could stick this on the back, but it'd be so ugly. So we're going to paint this thing. Let's slap some paint on it. And, what looks good today, guys? What looks good? What haven't we done? Lateral, something orangey? Oh god, no. Larch. Anything larch for a while. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I love that either. But it is what it is. This thing looks like a giant booger. Let's test drive it. Woo! How are we doing? Our speed's a little bit down since we added some armor. Our structure's at about 1,000. If we had these things on hover, we could be going about this fast, but not as stable of a platform. Let's see if we can put some hurt on some folks with this booger colored wyvern build going on right here. And we're going to try and not drive in and die as instantly this time as we did last time. Do we get a bot around the corner? I bet it's a bot. Nobody else would be that stupid. Yep, it's a bot. It's our good friend Paul right there. Get our guns warmed up here and see what we can do. We need to not stop moving in this thing though, or we're gonna get our guns shot right off. Thank you, friendo. Okay, we have. I'm gonna read these Cyrillic names here. I'm learning with this build we've got so much cooling potential. We just need to keep shooting as much as humanly possible. We got a hover here. Can we take off some hover on our friend over here? Let's warm these guns up. Shoot some missiles down. Oh, that is a pretty looking build, but we've taken down your hovers, my friend. I'm so sorry, not sorry. So sorry, not sorry. Love his name. Very orc. Wow. Alright, we still have all of our guns. We're missing a wheel. But there's only one enemy left. So is this build the best thing I've ever made? No. I made it and I hadn't even had my coffee yet. Does it work? It absolutely works. Can most people build this? Yes. Could you swap out the equalizers for vectors or something smaller? Sure. This chassis is a versatile chassis. Just keep it low like I did on this build and you're going to be fine. And protect your guns. Well, the synthesis would work great on this thing too, but I already did a video with the wyvern and synthesis. And you can see we got degunned there, but hey, we did some ramming. Our teammates helped us out. Alright folks, that is it. So build recap for this thing. Damage output is okay. It gets better over time though, because, you know, as you can see, you get the damage multiplier when these things get heated up. Weaknesses. These guns still keep getting blasted off, so we could probably add some more armor to the sides of these things. You could put them behind a jawbreaker if you wanted, but you wouldn't get the speed that you get with the wyvern. And so kind of our weaknesses here are the guns getting blown off and just armor in general, but pros are definitely speed. Turning is good, everything else is good. So let me know what you guys think about this one. You want to hang out, join the Discord? You want to see more of these? I do them every day. Throw us a sub, throw us a like, and you know what, guys? I will catch you guys on the next one. Mr. G out.